Hey guys, Adam here from DirectionTrader.com. Let's do the daily mid-morning looking forward video here. Let's talk about the S&P first, and then I'm going to put some crazy projections out there, but it's the projections are based on Fibonacci's extensions because we are now officially in basically no man's land. We are at all-time highs, pushing higher, and I get a lot of people write to me saying it can't go any higher. It can't go any higher, and even though I agree we are extended, that's without a fact. We know we're extended with very little pullback. I can't stop fighting these breakouts. As a trader, every time we break out, I'm looking for more opportunities to the long side, and I'm not going to change that until we can start to roll over and our analysis changes. Let me just blow this up a little bit here. We're going to concentrate on the dailies today, and I want to talk about something I brought up yesterday in the webinar I did for Infinity. We had this Monday sell-off here, but it didn't last very long. Starting about mid-morning on Monday, all the way through yesterday, we've had this run here to the upside, and we haven't stopped. So pretty much ever since mid-morning yesterday, we've had this run to the upside, and that's caused us to look at this a little differently. So let me draw over here where you can see what I'm going to draw is basically this area here, and I'm going to break it down and tell you exactly what I feel moving forward, and then I'm going to do a projection here, and I'm going to tell you why based on the volatility index. Basically what we had is we've had 2 days of straight up thrust, and as I talked a lot yesterday, I talked about it all depends on what yesterday's candle bar looked like and what type of reaction we got. We could have one of two things. We could either have a sideways type of reaction yesterday, basically meaning we just had this little doji looking thing here, or we could have this is that thrust to the upside. We could have somewhat of a retracement of about 50% of that candle bar. We could have a candle that looks about like this, or obviously we could, just keep pushing higher. But those are the two scenarios that we looked at. And after you have big thrust, that's very common to see a little bit of a break, a little pause in the market. Just look here. You see we had a nice big thrust, a pause in the market. That's just what happens. Here, you had a nice big thrust to the downside. You had a pause of about 50% retracement, right? Another big thrust the following day was a pause. So I just want to reiterate, the market needs to take a break. After you see these big thrusts, you can expect a little bit of a break, and that's what we got yesterday. But I want to focus on what type of bar we had yesterday. Basically, we had that thrust to the upside, and yesterday was kind of a doji. It just kind of sat right here at the highs. We didn't have any pullback. So going into today, I talked about it yesterday, if we don't get any pullback and you get this sideways movement, that shows us that there's no one looking to sell this. The bulls are still in charge. They're just taking a little break. So then it's just typically waiting for a break of the highs. Once we get a break of them highs again, it's back off to the races again. And that's what we've been doing this morning, looking for long side opportunities here. Basically, once we broke them highs, just looking for long side opportunities because it's off to the races here. So we had this thrust. Really no type of pullback at all, just more of a pause, consolidation, market taking a break, and now we're looking for follow through and we're getting it. So if we were to have a little bit more of a pullback, say a 50% pullback, we could look for maybe a little more of a consolidation area, but since this thing basically did not pull back at all, you're looking for follow through the following day or maybe the day after. So nonetheless, that's what I think about that. And a lot of questions about where this is going and can it go any higher? It can always go higher, guys. It can always go higher. Since we are at all-time highs, the only way I'm really going to anticipate I guess a target would be to use Fibonacci extensions. Find a level that I could see this trading to. Do a price projection here with my Sierra chart tool. Basically, all I'm doing is drawing from the lows to highs. So the measure of this most recent anchor leg from this low up to the highs on the daily, I'm just going to measure that move and put it over one more time. As I draw down here, it'll measure exactly where that move is projected to go. So let me go ahead and scale this out. And as you can see, by using that tool, I can simply just project out where this market could go. Now, some of you may say, that's crazy, Adam. You're looking at the 1940s. As a very, very aggressive move, yes, I'm looking at the 1940s. You're drawing this anchor leg, and basically that anchor leg would be the same length as this anchor leg. Just from a technical standpoint, that is a long-term projection. Now, from an intraday trading standpoint, which I am, I also want to keep trading along when we break news highs. That's what I'm looking for. But that is a theoretical projection of where I see this market possibly going to. You may think it's a little crazy for some of you, but hey, that is the long-term projection is up there at the 1940s. Some people say there's no way it can go any higher. Let me just show you guys a little image, a snapshot I took earlier today in the trading room. This here is a snapshot of the volatility index. Let me shrink it up here for us. This is simply a snapshot of the VIX I took today in my trading room as I was talking about this and basically answering a guy's question. It can't go any higher, it can't go any higher. Let me just ask, I mean, look at the volatility index. What happens if the volatility index falls? What typically happens to the market? It pushes it higher. We all know that. That's what happens here. Look at these volatility index. This is only 1 year of data. You go back further, there's been a lower reading back in 05 area of a little bit lower volatility readings. But just look at this 1 year snapshot. Look at these lows that we have in here. Lows are down here at about the 14 or 15 level. I'm sorry, about the 12 area. I'm sorry. We're trading at about 15 right now. So look in reality to the last year, we're just in the middle of this range. So if we were to keep pushing higher and this volatility index were to keep on dropping, don't you see that the projections are very possible? So take a look at the volatility index. Understand that, hey, it is possible for this market to get to that 1940 based on this. This is my analysis, so don't think I'm telling you to buy here looking to get up to 1940. I'm an intraday trader, so any type of new break of the highs, I'm going to keep on looking for the long opportunities. But I just wanted to pull this volatility index up here for you to show you we are right now trading in the middle of this range, and we're at all-time highs. So is there plenty of room for this market? Remember, the volatility wants to fall. Is there room for volatility to fall? Absolutely. We're not down at support. So I think we have plenty of opportunity to the upside. As long as we keep on making new highs, I will keep on buying them new highs, keep on buying. Breakout, pull back to support, buying. That's what I like to do. I like to see the market. We have all-time highs, breakout, pull back, keep getting my opportunities. I will keep doing this. I've been doing this for a long time, guys, and just riding this ride. I'm basically drinking from the Kool-Aid like everybody else who's long. So that's what I'm looking for. That's how I'm going to use the volatility index. I'm going to pay real close attention whenever it gets down here near these lows. Then I'm going to have to start rethinking some things. But as of right now, you want an aggressive projection. I'm looking at 1940s because we are officially breaking higher. What's going to happen the remainder of the day, guys? It's consolidating. The market's really not doing a lot right now. It's going into lunchtime. It's just after 9 o'clock on the West Coast time here. The day before the job numbers. So numbers come out tomorrow, guys. Things will happen. But as of right now, markets are really, really quiet. People are sitting on the sideline waiting for that number tomorrow, and then we'll see them come back into this market. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. It's adam@directiontrader.com. And I would like to hear back from your comments. If not, I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. So I hope you're enjoying them, guys. You guys have a good day.